Admiral Hyman Rickover, who is called the father of the nuclear navy, has a very famous saying. He once said, if you're going to sin, sin against God, not the bureaucracy, because God will forgive you. Bureaucrats won't. And what we're about to see, unfortunately, is the ritual drawn and quartering of Ed Snowden. And they'll probably get away with it because they can. The system is rigged. The Securocrats have run amok. They've realized that they have great job security and are safely ensconced in their national security contractor bubble. Like the soldiers who left the military during the Iraq War, who realized they could make much more money and avoid accountability as mercenaries, they've gone private. And the contractors are bilking the public. If Ed Snowden was paid $200,000 a year, imagine what Booz Allen Hamilton was charging the U.S. taxpayers on top of that. Now, people say, well, he should have gone through proper channels. Well, there were no viable recourse through official channels. Those that have tried under this administration have been prosecuted and imprisoned. Ask Thomas Drake, ask John Kiriakou. These are examples of people who have been persecuted for doing the right thing and going through channels. We cannot have accountability when their mission and their contracts are classified. The problem is this. If you believe what it says in our founding documents, in the Declaration of Independence, that government derives its just powers from the consent of the governed, then we have a real problem here. Because we cannot give our consent to secret laws and programs. And when things are done in secret like this, and there's so little oversight, eventually our public servants become our masters. There should be checks and balances. People say, well, Congress should have oversight. But here's the problem. Congress is afraid of national security issues. It is a classic third-rail problem, just like the war on drugs, just like raising taxes, just like gun control or global warming. Members of Congress are afraid to touch these issues because it's too easy to be attacked and smeared for doing so. So the system is fundamentally broken. We are in an era of permanent campaign where politicians will not deal with difficult issues. Now, I have successfully carried out several FOIA lawsuits against the National Security Agency. I say successful, but it doesn't show that in court. Because what happened is, just before the judge was about to rule, and rule against the NSA it seems, the NSA suddenly said, for reasons unrelated to your lawsuit, we're going to give you everything you asked. Nothing more, nothing less. And my attorney believes there are possibly two reasons. One, they didn't want to pay our legal fees. They're not short of money, so I don't think that's the reason. The other reason is that they want to avoid any precedent, so that they can always say judges always back the NSA, because the NSA in matters of national security is always right. They don't want